Hey everyone, this is Millennial Investor here with a new video series on my Vanguard account. And for those of you who don't know what Vanguard is, it's essentially a conglomerate of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, index funds, all these kind of different investments that you can make towards retirement, towards education, towards a number of things. So I do have a Roth IRA, and that is with Fidelity, but that is managed by someone who is not me, and it's doing quite well. However, I've never actually invested myself directly in my retirement, so I decided to give it a go since I still had a surplus to invest in for the year of 2016. So I went on Vanguard.com, I created an account, and once you log in, it looks something like this. And right now, I created a traditional and a Roth IRA. I threw $10 into Roth because I was trying to figure out exactly how to use this thing. And I just kind of threw it in a settlement account, which I believe a settlement account's used for fees and whatnot. And then I also created a traditional Roth IRA or traditional IRA. And the reason I did that is because I have a decent amount of money currently in Roth IRAs, and I've been doing a lot of reading, and a lot of places recommend that you also have a traditional IRA because it could potentially be beneficial depending on what your income is further on. And for those of you who don't really know what the difference is between a Roth and a traditional, I believe Roth has a lot of better advantages to it, like when you finally collect your money after your retirement age, you don't pay any taxes on that, but you pay taxes early on. Whereas for a traditional IRA, those taxes are deferred, which means that I contributed $4,300. So when I file my taxes this year for the year 2016, that amount will be deferred and it will eventually come back and the additional amount will be taxed as well. But anyway, I opened up two mutual funds, one VFIFX, that was a target retirement account, and VWINX, and that was the Wellesley Income Fund. This one had a minimum requirement of $3,000, so I put $3,000 in there. This one had a $1,000 requirement, so I put the remainder of the $4,300 in there, which was roughly $1,300 or so. So both of these have very low expense ratios. I selected this account because it's mostly bonds. I believe, I want to say 60 to 70% bonds, and then 30% or 30 to 40% stocks. And then the retirement account, I believe, is more stocks because I'm earlier in the before this retirement age, and less bonds. So both of them were recommended by a number of sites, so I decided to give it both of them a shot. And I may also increase the amount of mutual funds, but right now I'm kind of figuring this out. So we could take a look at this. If I open up this traditional retirement 2050 fund, this is what it looks like. And you can see right away that it has the current balance, the price per share that I purchased it at, but also the fund average annual returns adjusted for fees. And as you can tell, the VFIFX does pretty well, netting at least 5%, 5.71% in the last 10 years, last 5 years, 9.5%. So overall, it's looking like you'll make decent returns off of this account. So decent performance. As with the Wellesley account, let's go ahead and open that up. This is what that one looks like, and if you take a look at the returns, they are a bit more conservative, or actually, the 10-year date is actually higher than the 2050, but overall, a good return, 6-7%, and I'm still pretty new at this, so I'm looking through this interface, trying to get a better understanding of it, but this was, both 4,300. And I invested $1,200 in my Roth IRA this past year. So that's my $5,500 total. And I believe, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and invest in potentially a few more mutual funds, possibly on the Roth side in the year of 2017. But for these videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to release one quarterly. So you're not going to see another video on this and reflecting on it until probably June 7th. But just want to give you an update. If you have any questions or if you use Vanguard, feel free to let me know any info that might be useful below, or any questions you might have, and I'll look into it. But regardless, hope you found this video interesting, and this is the Millennial Investor signing out.